Hello, thank you for joining today's webinar session. In the face of COVID-19, how to manage operations in cannabis industry remotely and digitally with the help of eBA and SAP. Today, we have a panel of speakers, and we'll be talking about the subject matter in detail with you. My name is Kevin Devecioglu, and I'm the Managing Director of Bimser International. Today with me, I have my colleague, Sam Watt. He's a pre-sales software engineer at Bimser International, and he'll be talking about eBA, Electronic Business Automation Platform. And also we have Joel Halvorson from Quintel Management Consulting, and he'll be showing and telling about ERP cannabis application powered by eBA. So together, we'll cover the subject matter. First of all, I'd like to introduce our company and our system called eBA, our platform, on a high level, and then I'll hand it over to Sam, and he'll perform the eBA demonstration for you. Our company is Bimser International, and we are an enterprise software maker since 1998. We are based in New York with a global presence. In a sense, we help companies simplify their business processes and help them adopt digital transformation. We are very active in various business communities in manufacturing, finance, logistics, service, and many other verticals that we are very close with and we are interacting with. In addition, we have an internship program called University of Bimser International. We help university students how to do pre-sales, software engineering, as well as software engineering in general. We are a group of companies. While we are based in New York, we also have global presence. We have presence in Europe as well as in Middle East. So we are a group of companies, and we are about 200 people. We are a growing organization. We are very close to various ERP ecosystems. SAP is one of them. We are a certified SAP vendor. We are also active in Microsoft ERP ecosystem, Sage ERP ecosystem, Oracle ERP ecosystem, Acumatica ERP ecosystem, and MYOB ERP ecosystem as well. Our company is ISO 9001 certified and ISO 27001 certified. It means we have policies and procedures in place to make sure we always deliver the highest quality of our products at every single project, which we take it very seriously. Since 1998, we focus on these 4 products. We have eBA as our electronic business automation platform. We'll talk more about it in a minute about eBA. We have BIM as an asset maintenance, facility, energy, and fleet management software. We have QDMS as quality, risk, audit, and compliance management software. We have Ensemble as an intelligent business process modeling and business modeling, as well as performance management. And finally, we have a contract management solution powered by eBA that helps companies manage their contracts in a digital environment. On this slide, you can see how many projects we have delivered by the end of last year, since 1998. As you see, we have actually delivered thousands of projects. These numbers also show how many customers we have, more or less. So we have thousands of customers and millions of professional users. As for eBA, that is our product we'll be talking more about today. We have more than 500 corporate customers and more than 1.5 million professional users actively using eBA on a daily basis. In addition, we have more than 50,000 business processes automated on our system. So these are a lot of processes if you think about it, thousands of business processes digitized, automated, running on eBA on a daily basis. We have a lot of customers, reputable customers, as you see on the slide. We work with 3M, we work with Henkel, Hyundai, Ford. Burger King is one of our customers. We work with Bridgestone, Renault-Nissan Alliance. United Nations is one of our customers. Unilever, Starbucks, and there are many other reputable organizations and corporations that are references that we are proud of. This shows that these organizations trust and rely on our company and our products, and we support them 24/7 continuously. We are also active in medical device and healthcare industry, as well as pharma industry, aerospace, aviation, and defense industry as well. So we have industry-specific experience digitally at the same time. Well, when we look at actually working remotely and digitally, our approach is digital transformation. Digital business transformation is basically for a company to adopt its strategy and structure to capture opportunity enabled by technology. That is a very short and actually very straightforward definition coming from Harvard Business Review. And there are benefits of adopting digital business transformation if you think about it. You can be more proactive. You can be more competitive. You can reduce cost. You can be more efficient and productive at your company. You can increase customer satisfaction by utilizing technology in the scope of digital business transformation. You can have more market share, and you can be compliant to many different regulations and standards in your industry. That's why we put together eBA. We created eBA. We are the maker of eBA as the software maker. We own the IP, it's a proprietary software. And we basically have been developing this platform for many years as a proprietary software that we have. So when we look at eBA as our electronic business automation platform, that has actually very modern architecture. That is why it's actually ready to integrate many different systems. It's already integrated with SAP ERP system. It's also ready to integrate with any CRM, any MES, manufacturing execution system, or IoT devices for remote monitoring of machinery equipment or work environment, for example. You may have any other software solution at your company, and we can integrate with eBA with our connectors. That basically helps you have an integrated business environment, work environment, so that there is no need for double entry, and you can be more proactive and more efficient with your company. As a business automation platform, eBA has a modular structure. It has 4 modules to help you digitize and automate your business processes. It has a workflow module. It has a document management and records management module. There is capture module and executive dashboard module. So let's look at those modules on a high level. When we look at workflow module, it is actually overall entire platform is actually low code, no code, drag and drop platform. So there is almost no coding needed. We are almost there, right? So technically, when you are designing any workflow, you actually digitizing your operations by utilizing our drag and drop technology. You can design your forms regardless of what operation, what process you have, and then you can design your workflow, how this process will be actually taking place. It's steps, it is flow, it's syntax simply. So when you are designing this workflow, you use drag and drop technology that we have, and then your company can run on this workflow based on the form that you design. System is actually permission-based. It has also high security features in this competitive marketplace. So every single user is subject to certain permissions, so they can only see what they're allowed to see. There are approval processes. There's delegation also options. There is notification system. So there are reminders, notifications, as well as escalations available to make sure actually each business process that you design is running smoothly on daily basis. And you can digitize many different processes on workflow module of eBA. Some of the examples I just put together a list. This is not limited to, but this is just some of them. Vendor supplier approval is a very popular business process nowadays to basically qualify your business partners, your vendors, your suppliers, to those who like to work with you, for example. Spec item material approval to make sure you have the high quality of materials actually being accepted into your operations. That's the initial approval that you may want to run. That's very also common and popular if you think about it among companies. In addition to those, there is quality control applications being managed on eBA, being developed on eBA, inspection forms, expense management, change management, training, purchasing management, contract management, HR management, manufacturing, control applications, and there are actually many more applications you can run on eBA. These are just samples. As I said, at the moment, there are more than 50,000 business processes running on eBA. So if you think about it, there may be hundreds, maybe thousands of different applications that you can run on eBA at the same time. Let's keep in mind, eBA is a scalable solution that's multi-language, multi-currency, and multi-location. So it's ideal for companies that are growing. If you're a growing company, if you have multiple locations, if you are planning to have more locations, more employees, more processes, eBA is for you. It is because eBA is scalable at enterprise level, and eBA can grow with you regardless of what ERP system that you are using. When we look at document and records management module, it helps you manage your documents, store them, manage them, and retrieve them when you need them. When we say document, what we mean is actually kind of broad. We are not just talking about Word files or PDF files. Those may be CAD files, maybe video files, maybe audio files, and there may be any other type of file. Actually, that may be your document. That's what we call actually by document. You can search your documents by the content of your document, in addition to name of your document. That basically helps you find, locate, and retrieve your document information quickly. Again, this module is also just like entire eBA platform, that's role-based, that's permission-based. So you basically give permissions to employees or users to access certain parts of the system. Not everyone can see everything. The way that we design the document management module is starting with libraries, and then it goes down to folders, and then you put your documents under folders. That's how you are designing it and how you are managing it. There is check-in and check-out feature. When you are editing your documents, for example, when you're working on them, you can use this feature to make sure everyone is taking its turn to update the documents in place. eBA has a built-in viewer, meaning regardless of what type of document that you have, you can view the document within this module without downloading any other software. That makes it really easy to view and manage and search for it. Also, there is ready-made Office add-on function, so you can easily use any Microsoft Office or Office 365 software to work with eBA at the same time. There may be your Word, for example, software, or Excel, or PowerPoint, any change that you make automatically put it on your eBA as a repository, as a central repository, which is critical. And finally, we have folder listeners and email listener capabilities available to help you automate your document management process, which is also very helpful for you to use in your daily operations. Capture module helps you capture characters from your documents. That basically is commonly used for automation purposes. For example, accounts receivable automation, accounts payable automation, contract automation, sales order automation. These are some automation applications that I can share with you. That's a very modern technology that will actually capture any optical character as well as handwritten characters to help you manage the processes for automations, for approvals and notifications, which we use it commonly nowadays to have companies automate and digitize their processes. And finally, we have a dashboard module. That's an executive level dashboard module to help you manage and monitor your KPIs in a digital environment with the help of visual tools that may be your pie chart, bar chart, maps, tables, or any other visual element to help you manage and track your KPIs on one screen in a visual manner. Let me also mention that eBA is a SAP Certified application that is also available, as you see on the slide, that's available in SAP's app marketplace, application place, or marketplace, I call it. So that also shows that eBA is a certified SAP solution ready to be utilized by any SAP ERP solution and application. Before I hand it over to my colleague, I'd like to also share this information with you. We have a new platform coming up called Synergy. That's a content management platform, help you manage your application, business applications, business processes in a native cloud environment. That's the next generation platform coming soon. It's going to be available very, very soon. So I'd like to share the information with you, and in coming days, we're going to make also important announcements to let you know that it's actually available at this time. So please tune in and we'll keep you posted. I also like to invite you to our YouTube channel. That's a very active YouTube channel that we are managing. And we have new product videos as well as webinars on weekly basis. These webinars may be educational, informative webinars. So we are confident that you'll find it to be actually very resourceful. So we invite you to our YouTube channel. Please like it, subscribe it, and also you follow, please. And we are sure you'll find it to be very helpful. As you may know, we have an Eventbrite page for our executive webinar lineup. If you visit our Eventbrite page, you'll see what type of executive webinars coming up in coming days. You can review the list, and any of them that you may find it to be helpful for you, it may be of your interest. Please feel free to register so that you can attend our webinars in a digital environment. Okay, great. So what I like to do is I like to invite my colleague Sanvat, our process software engineer from our engineering team. Sam will give you a quick tour in our eBA platform environment on a high level. We like to show you how it looks, how it basically runs, and then we'll continue with our ERP Cannabis application powered by eBA demonstration. So let's remember, eBA is a next generation platform to help you digitize your business processes, automate your business processes, and you can have a paperless work environment. That's how we design it. You can design your business processes by forms as well as workflows. So typically every single business process starts and runs with a form, right? We need to fill these forms for gathering certain information. That is how it is designed. It's drag and drop, low code, no code platform. It's very popular. It works with SAP as well as any other solution because it's a standalone solution at the end of the day. So since it's scalable and it's enterprise level, it can grow with you regardless of how many processes right now you have or how many processes you may have in the future. We have customers using eBA with thousands of users, as well as some customers, they have 10 users. Some of them, they have hundreds. Some of them, they have thousands of users. So eBA is scalable. It's available for mid-market as well as enterprise level market. And we are confident that you'll also find it to be helpful for your organization. That is why actually it's a reliable application, reliable platform, as why we have many reputable organizations using eBA with millions of users. Okay, I think enough from my side. Sam, if you are ready, please take over the screen.
Sure thing.
Thank you very much. I can see your screen.
Thank you, Kevin. And thank you for joining today's webinar. This is Sam, the pre-sales software engineer at Bimser International. So this is the home screen of eBA, and I am going to get you a quick tour of our platform. So eBA is a permission-based system, so you will see what you are supposed to do based on your role, position, profession, department, or group. A typical example is the main menu on your left. So you will see the modules that you are supposed to see. And also in the main menu, we can find all the sample process that we put together in our software. So from the list here, you can tell the flexibility and also the capability of eBA. We can actually digitize any business process for any industry. Like in this list, you can see the sample process we prepare for HR purposes and also for aviation industry, project management, quality control or inspection, for administration or marketing. So let me pick up one of the example here and put on our screen. So here we have an expense declaration form. And please keep in mind that we can always update the design of your form based on the actual form that you are currently using by on paper or Excel file. And also we can pick and choose different type as from the drop-down list. And also we can pick up with the date from a calendar view and also enter the amount here into our form and attach any documents that we have from our local drive. So you can browse and upload the document from your local drive, or we have the integration with your scanner or the connection with your scanner so that you can scan your document and upload it right here and attach with your eBA form. And after all the form, information we have you entered, then we can send this out and then we will get this into the workflow. And every business process that we digitize in eBA, there is a unique workflow behind it. So similar to the form, we can always design or update the workflow based upon the actual operation of your organization. And in this case, we will send this request to the approver, and approver will send this to the manager. After the manager approves it, the system will check if the total amount on your form is greater than 500. If it is, we send this to the president. If not, we send this to the finance department. So this is the workflow that we set up for this business process. And again, we can always update this workflow for you. And all the business process that you finished or which is ongoing, which means as is progress, is not completed yet, we can always have a log and show all the records regarding its status. So for example, this is a complete request, and you will see the date and time, and also the requester, the total amount, and also we can have the ongoing expense declaration request, and all your record will be shown direct here. And anytime we can retrieve the history of your request and put this in and show this on our eBA form as well. And to the flow history, there's a page as the audit trail that you can see the status of your request and also which user that you're waiting for. And in this case, we are waiting for the president, which is Yuri, and we send this out at on August 19th, so that you might have the follow-up with Yuri and see what happened to your request and why you have to wait this long. So all the action in eBA is saved in a log with the date and time and also username as well, so that you can keep tracking the status of all your requests. Also, we have the document management module. In this module, you can manage your folder structure and upload all your documents into the system. So eBA supports different file type that you upload, like your invoice, your contract, or your training materials, for example. So we have, first of all, our library. This is our basic structure for managing the document. And after that, you can create a different folder or uploading your documents directly to this library. So you can have your library to be created by departments, locations, or document type. So now this is my folder, and I can open my document. As Kevin mentioned in his presentation, eBA supports different file formats like PDF, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, video, audio, image, or a cake file. So your document will be shown in the built-in browser of eBA. We also call it a Bimser viewer. So you don't have to download or install any other software or application in order to read your document. And instead, those will be shown in this built-in browser, like reading your document in Microsoft Word. You can zoom in and out in your document. And also you can put a watermark to your document as well. So this sign that is not belonged to the original document. So this is the watermark that we have on eBA, and you can always adjust the font size, style, and the position of this watermark. And you can always keep tracking the version of your document as long as you have the permission. And if you don't have the permission of getting back to the previous version, eBA will only show you the most up-to-date version of your document. And coming back to the document list, we can have different control icon on the top, like downloading the document, sending through email, or share as an external link with the third parties. And to your documents or folder and libraries, all the activities will be recorded in a log with the username, action, and also date and time, so that you can keep tracking the activities that the users carry out in your system and also against your documents or folders. It's come to the end of my demonstration. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the high-level demonstration of eBA platform. Now, I'd like to invite Joe Halvorson from Quintal Management Consulting, and he'll be talking about and showing about ERP Cannabis application powered by eBA. Just some information before we hand over to Joe. Quintal Management Consulting is our strategic partner in cannabis industry. So we work very close with Quintal. Quintal is based in Denver, Colorado, and they have years of experience in SAP ERP ecosystem. In addition, they also have a lot of experience in cannabis industry, and they are also specialized in eBA, electronic business automation platform. And Joel and his colleagues, his teams have been helping companies going paperless, digitizing and automating their business processes for many, many years. And after years of experience in SAP as well as in eBA and cannabis, Quintal Consulting actually combine all these expertise together into ERP cannabis application of eBA, powered by eBA, I must say. So we are very excited for this solution. This application has been helping many companies in cannabis industry, helping automate their business processes, help them comply with rules, standards, and regulations. If you think about it, there are many regulations in cannabis industry, state by state. So with the help of ERP Cannabis, you can also comply with those standards and regulations while you are running your operations digitally, remotely in the face of COVID-19. Now I'd like to invite Joe Halvorson to our virtual stage for him to show and tell about ERP Cannabis application powered by eBA and integrated with SAP ERP system, SAP ECC, and we'll learn from Joel now. Thank you very much, Joel. Please take over the screen when you're ready. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So to get started with the integration from SAP to QDMS, we will access the SAP system through the forms that we have developed in eBA. So step one is to log in to eBA, and when I do that, you will see that there's a number of different applications and forms that are available for a number of different types of uses. And if we focus, for example, on the ERPC forms, you can see the forms, and we have purchasing forms, and we have production forms, and a number of different forms that all basically line up with functionality in SAP. So to show the integration, I will go to the vendor request form. So we've set up this form so that you can either create a new vendor or change an existing vendor if there's different information, address updates, different things that are needed. But if I go, for example, to the create vendor and specify the company that the vendor will be assigned to, I can also specify an industry, put in the name of the vendor, and I can also then enter the street information down below for addressing. Oops. And additionally, a PO box could be entered, contact information could be entered, tax information, payment information, everything basically that is needed as part of the SAP ERP system on the back end. So depending upon the type of vendor, you may need different types of information. All of that can be accommodated through a form such as this within eBA. So you can see that we do have the potential for approval and workflow notifications associated with creating the vendor, so that once I have all of the information in the system and I want to go ahead and send it, I can process it. The approval is not required. You can see that the notification has been sent to myself for demo purposes. That's an email notification. If there were approvals required, of course, the approver would receive the notification in the same way. They'll be able to review and then approve the new vendor to be populated within the SAP database. So if I go down to the processing messages at the bottom of the form, you can see that a vendor has successfully been created and assigned a number of 100352. So that is the number range that has been set up on the SAP backend for vendors that are created with this form. So once that's done, you can then verify directly on the SAP backend that a new vendor has been created. So I'm going directly at this point into SAP, and if I go ahead and call up the transaction code for looking at a list of vendors, I can go ahead and do that, and I can put in the vendor number that was just created. You can see it's listed there, and I can then view within SAP the information regarding the demo, the vendor demo for QDMS that has just been created. So this is the SAP record directly in the SAP database that I'm accessing through the SAP GUI, the SAP GUI that can be used for direct access to the SAP system. So alternatively, we do have reporting set up also within the eBA form. So if I wanted to confirm the list of vendors that I have created, I can go ahead and call up the vendor report, which I have set up here as an eBA form. So again, when I call up this particular form, it's going to access the list of vendors directly from the SAP backend. It's accessing it now and will populate this box with all of the vendors that are currently in SAP. So you can see they're all listed here. I can go ahead and select all and click OK. That'll populate my form with all of the vendor information. And again, if I go down to the bottom, you can see that vendor demo for QDMS has been set up and the address information has been populated. So now that that's done, we've created the vendor with our form in eBA. We've populated the SAP database with the vendor information. So the final step then is to populate the QDMS database with that vendor that has just been created. So access from the QDMS database, going into the QDMS system, basically the access to the QDMS database is done directly from the SAP database. So in order to execute that transfer, I need to go ahead and run the scheduler to actually do the update, which I have done at this point through the task scheduler, which is automatically scheduled to run at periodic intervals. In this case, we have it set up to run at 1 a.m. every day. So all vendors and other information that's been populated in the SAP database would then be transferred at 1 a.m. every day from the SAP database through to the QDMS database. And I need to get back. Oh. So now that we have done that, we can go into the QDMS database. And if we go to our listing of suppliers and customers, I can go to the form, I can call up and find all of the customers and vendors that have been populated. So customer data would also come directly from the SAP database. And if I go to the end, you can see that vendor demo for QDMS has been set up and that the SAP vendor number 100352 has been assigned, and I can then go in and do appropriate updates within QDMS for the information related to this vendor that's relevant for what's needed within QDMS. And that's it.
Joel, thank you very much for the show and tell. It was actually very informative. So I believe our attendees, listeners, had a chance to learn about ERP cannabis, how it can be helpful for companies in cannabis industry, especially in the face of COVID-19. So now companies can work remotely, digitally, in a paperless work environment with help of ERP cannabis application powered by eBA, and they can enjoy the benefits of these high technology platform that we are offering. I believe we covered all the subjects. So today we talked about Bimser International. We introduced our company to you. We also talked about eBA, Electronic Business Automation Platform, our enterprise level platform to help companies automate and digitize their business processes. And then we also talked about eBA, show and tell. We talked about it. We also showed about it on a high level, how it looks, how it feels, and its modules. We talked about workflow module, documents and records management module with retention and other capabilities, notifications, reminders, escalations, and digital environment. And also we talk about ERP cannabis application powered by eBA to show how companies in cannabis industry can work remotely, digitally in a paperless work environment while operating their operations digitally, and they can also comply with state regulations, rules, and standards at the same time. Well, great. I'd like to thank you for your time and thank you for your interest. I hope you find this webinar to be very informative and educational. We also keep our contact information on the screen, so if you like to have a separate meeting, a one-on-one meeting, I will be happy to schedule it for you, with you. Please send us an email, and we'll be happy to continue this conversation. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your interest, and we are looking forward to seeing you in our coming executive webinar session. Thank you, and have a nice day.